everybody doing?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good
Good.
afternoon. Good afternoon. And good evening to everybody. Good afternoon to the people of Denmark. And good evening to the people here in India. And if anybody from Bangladesh has joined, then good evening.
Happy
Yes.
Republic Day, Sanjukta.
Happy Republic Day, Bodhi. আমি আপনাকে দেখি. Where are you, Bodhi? Let me see. Oh, here you are.
I
Yes,
just
Bodhi.
joined.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
So happy Republic Day to all the Indians here, and hope you had a great time. Like in India, every apartment will have their flag hoisting on this day. So yeah, Joita is here, Sushma is here, and others who are Ruchi is here. I'm sure you enjoyed today. Yes, Republic Day. What does that mean? It what does that mean? It means freedom, right? In some way. Yeah. And what is the biggest freedom that we can all have? What is the biggest freedom that we can all have? Yes, Momita has joined. So
Hi,
Momita can start.
good evening. Good evening.
I'll just pin her. So I
Good
was
evening.
just asking, what is the biggest freedom one can have, Momita?
Biggest freedom. Not to be detached. I think that is the biggest freedom. Okay, so when
Yeah.
you become detached, I think fearlessness is a byproduct of detachment.
Yes, yes. Nipa said being independent is the biggest freedom. Yes, yes, yes. What are
Yes,
the
I
other
think the
things? Hmm.
yes, I think the biggest freedom is in life is to lead life by what I want to do without any interfere of others. Of course, if it will be nice if I can lead my life with devotion and
Hmm.
um,
Razre to phone
uh,
করছে হ্যাঁ phone করছিল আমার
what my actually to lead the life with devotion to follow the instruction of yeah, a spiritual master, of course, but
Hmm.
without the social interfere, without anybody's interfere, to lead life by oneself.
Hmm.
I think it's the biggest freedom.
Hmm. Yes. Without anybody's interference. Do we
Yeah.
like interference? Do we like too much of interference? We don't like. That is the freedom. Like even India got its independence because from its interference from the the UK or the English people. Yeah. And the biggest interference is the interference of our own mind, friends. It is the yes, Ruchi, you want to share something? Okay. Hello. So we welcome Ruchi. Momita, would you like to welcome Ruchi? She, very sincerely, she could not join the last 5 days of her session, but she said that I will be watching all the videos on my own. And she watched all the videos on her own, and she was very excited to join today's meeting. So, yeah, Momita, you can just share a few words. Welcome,
Hey,
everybody.
Ruchi. Yeah, welcome
Hello, ma'am.
to
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ruchi. Yeah, so
I'm
welcome once again. Can you please introduce
thank you, ma'am.
yourself?
I'm Ruchi. Actually, what introduction I should give, I don't know, but myself, Ruchi Parikh. I'm from Baroda, and Sanjukta is helping me to cope up with all the problems and mental struggles I'm going through. And it's really helpful through her videos. I'm learning a lot of things. Though I'm very slow watching, but I'm trying to gear up, and I'm really happy to be here. Thank you so much, Sanjukta.
You are welcome. Ruchi has been introduced by my cousin. So my cousin once in a while she introduces my cousin, she's like, yeah, she pushes my other two cousins, mean her own brother and elder brother and elder sister sometimes join if you have seen other two cousins. She has again pushed Lena, one of her school teachers. Lena, who joins, is also because of my cousin. And today Ruchi has joined also because of my cousin. And yeah, welcome, Ruchi. I hope you will have a good session today.
Thank you, no, Sanjukta Di. Thank you so much.
Yes, so I will remove pain. Yeah, so the freedom is mostly about friends. So what was the last week? What is the agreement that we did last week? Thank you, Momita. I will take over from now. Okay?
Sure.
Okay. So what is the last agreement that we did? Does anybody remember last week? What is the agreement that we did? Yes, be impeccable with your words. Okay? What are the things that we should not be doing to make sure we are, if we impeccable means any sin that we do to ourselves is a sin. We are not here about thinking about from moral grounds. We are thinking from anything that is harming myself is I am making a sin. If I am speaking harshly to somebody, it is going to come back to me. I am making a sin. If I am creating gossips, it is draining a lot of my energy. And again, it is going to come back to me. I'm creating sin. Okay. So if I am really sometimes trying to pull others down by giving remarks, but we don't know that it is creating an agreement in them. We spoke about agreement, right, in the first one, which is the first what was the first topic, domestication of humans. There we spoke about how we agree from childhood we have been given small beliefs, and nothing in this world is true, everything is maya. According to shamanism, they call it as mitote. Okay, mitote means maya. You are living according to your dream, I am living according to my dream. You are living according to your agreements, small agreements that you have made since childhood. आपको बोल दिया गया कि this is how life is, and you started believing. So you are growing according to your beliefs. I am growing according to my beliefs. So nothing is true. So if nothing is true, then should we take things personally? Is the topic. Okay? What do you think? Should we take things personally? So many things happen in our life and we go into deep depression, go into hell because of just one point. That is, we take things personally. And this again is trying to tell us that if somebody is living according to his illusion and you are living according to your illusion, if that person is telling something to you, as for example, he or she says that you are fat, it might be extremely personal, but that is also according to his maya. The belief that he has grown with, according to his belief, he will call you. There are these groups in Africa, and I think there is another country where they believe that the more fat you are, the bigger the bum you have, the more beautiful it is. Okay, so see, these people believe that the more healthier you are, the more beautiful it is. But again, see, in normally what we believe, we are like in the Western countries now, even it has spread to India, Bangladesh, everywhere. The thinner you are, the more beautiful it is. But if there is two truths in two different countries, can it also be absolute truth that a person looks ugly when that person is fat, or a person looks beautiful only when a person is thin? Then that is also maya. That is also depending on that person's agreement, whatever he has grown up with. A person has grown up with the feeling that becoming a fat person is beautiful. For them, only fat they will find beautiful. For somebody who has grown up with belief and agreement that thin is beautiful, then only thin person is beautiful for that person. So if that person calls you that you are fat, even if it is the most personal thing, You should never take things personally because that person is growing with that agreement of his. Okay. I remember this beautiful video I was watching, a small short video. Somebody was traveling in the Mumbai, this local train. Okay. And when they were traveling in this local train, a young guy, suddenly he bumped into another guy. And, the other person, he shouted at him saying, "You chore," aise karke, and the moment, he is a normal guy, he's going to his 9 to 5 job, but suddenly somebody got angry and that person thought he's a chore, and he said, "You chore." And just one word a person said, see what it can do to us if we take things personally. That person went into nightmare believing that, do I look like this? Do I look like a chore? That the next day when he went into the train, he started looking at everybody, thinking everybody must be thinking that I am chore. Even, and and slowly he could not even sleep at night, thinking somebody called me chore. How can somebody call me chore? My face and my appearance might look like a chore. And he continued, and he was filled with fear and depression. He went into depression just with one word, somebody called him chore. After a month, he was in the same local train, and there was another man who was in front of him, and that another man bumped into another. He's just observing. He's the third person observing two people bumping each other. Okay, and they bumped, and then again he word the same word. That one man was calling the other man, "You chore," and he was like, he again remembered his story and his trauma that came up. And and the man who was called chore, he looked at him like this, and he just smiled, and he didn't even fight, he didn't do anything, and he was just smiling, and again he was okay in his normal state. After some time, when things, when it was a little light crowd, he asked the man, "Ke, he called you thief. He called you thief, and you did not react. Why didn't you react?" He said that it is his point of view. He thinks according to his point of view, he's thinking that I am chore. He will know me better, or I am growing with for the last 25 to 30 years, who will know better? I will know myself better, right? He will not know me. So what is the point in believing in somebody who doesn't even know me, and in one glance he tells me chore? How can I believe? From that instant, he realized that, he was taking things so personally, friends. This is what we do to ourselves, friends, day in and day out. Starting from a stranger to our family members, to everybody, we take things so personally and we create living hell for ourselves. When we stop taking things personally, the biggest gift we can give is the gift of coming out of hell. Because most of the times, one of our friends here, I will not name her, she messaged me personally and she said, "Didi, I'm always worried about what people think about me." And see the kind of living hell we create ourselves for ourselves. Nobody is creating, we are creating for ourselves by just feeling, what will people think of me? Okay, so this is what we do. When we stop taking things personally, we come out of this hell. Okay, why do we do this? We also do this because we give so much of, from childhood, we were made to feel responsible for everything. Anything we do, we were criticized. We were said, you did this, you did that. Again, because of this childhood, conditioning and these agreements that we started believing that I am responsible for everything. We give ourselves also so much of importance. Okay, we give ourselves so much of importance that we take everything personally. Even if people who are in social media, people who are celebrities, who are in Instagram, they hear day in and day out, they hear so many good remarks. The way the kind of good remarks come, the extreme bad remarks also come to them. you know and one lady was saying she went into extreme depression because somebody called her, gave her very bad remarks of her face and everything. But I have come to this understanding that, people are so busy with their own personal life, with their own challenges and struggle. Even if they have gone into Instagram and gave you one remark, that one remark, and then they even forget what they're what remark they're giving, and they carry on with their normal life. Because 80% of the people, they say that 99% of the people are so, they don't even, they only when people love you, then only they will care about you and keep thinking about you over and over. Out of that, 80% of the people don't even care what is happening in your life. Okay, so if they don't even care what is happening in your life, if you go to maybe a program, okay, and what happens most of the time, we go to a program, maybe a community where we regularly go, or maybe anywhere, even in an apartment we go to a program, and maybe somebody commented one comment to you, and that person commented and even forgotten, because you are not that important to that person's life. Okay, most of the people are not important to us. Only 1% or 2% of the people are important. But then what we do is that we keep thinking over and over, why did she tell this to me? And make ourselves, very, very, because we feel we are so important. Everything is about me, everything is around me. But it is not. You are, first of all, think that you are, especially in this case, for the divine, you are the most important. But especially in this case, you should understand you are not the most important person for which everybody will keep thinking and talking about you. This is what mostly happens, right? Whenever we go out, we see how is that person reacting, how is that person looking, what is that person talking about me. No, you are not that important. First point you should remember, I am not that important for which everybody will only think and talk about me. Okay, and then when we start, so that I already, others opinion are according to their agreement, this also I said, right? So people have, everything is Maya. We spoke about domestication of humans in that video. If you have observed, everything is Maya. Everything is based on what belief system we are. So as for example, even a husband and wife, both may be coming together under a same roof, but the husband has grown with one kind of belief system and one kind of agreement, and the wife has grown with one kind of belief system and one kind of agreement. Okay, now what is happening is that, and that's why he has his own story. He has making movies out of his own agreements. He has his own movie. He's making out of his own movie out of his own agreement, and you are making our movie out of your own agreement. So even if he tells you something very nasty, you should not take things personally, because it is his own movie. Even if he says you are the worst wife in the whole world, you don't do anything for me, even if it is so personal, you should feel that the person is telling things from what movie he's making from his childhood beliefs and agreements. It has nothing to do with you. Okay, that's why when that's why when people throw garbage at us, we will not take. When we will understand it is that person's garbage, that person has, I will tell you a very beautiful experience about mine. Some many years back, because spiritual people, we go through a lot of transformation to come to a stage where, we have gone through all the learning, and that's how we can train others and make others aware. I was going through a very tough time with some group of friends, okay? And they really used very nasty words indirectly. I could feel that those words, sometimes होता है ना कि सोशल मीडिया में पोस्ट कर रहा है लेकिन आपके लिए ही है, आपको पता है, okay? And आपको ही insult कर रहा है. Left and right they were insulting me, and they were laughing, all came together in a group, and they were doing all these things, and I went into severe depression because of this. And I was like, मेरे साथ ऐसा इतना insult and everything. And I was, really praying that show me a way to come out of this pain, because it was unbearable, so much of humiliation from so many people. And one day I was watching Sister Shivani's video, and she spoke in a very different way, but she said, it is almost, truth is truth. It comes in different forms, but it is truth. She was saying that, people speak, react, act, feel according to their own behaviors that they have created from past lives, and even in childhood, whatever behavior and pattern, it becomes a pattern and habit also, the way you behave. agreements, the habits and beliefs, it becomes a habit and a pattern. So she was saying that, that person, whatever that person is telling it, the person is telling from his behavior, his pattern, his past life habits. So it has nothing to do with you. So when you understand this, you will not take things personally and you will not suffer. That line, really from that time, that line really transformed my life. That no, if somebody is behaving something very badly with me, it has to do with that person's behavior and nature. It has nothing to do with me. Even if somebody is pointing a gun at you, that time also understand it has nothing to do with you. It is that person's upbringing, past lives behavior and karma and their own belief system. Okay? Yeah. So even what it talks about is that, so what you say is according to your agreement. Okay. And when we take things personally, sometimes we make things too worse. We get hurt. We want to, speak our, see, I will just read out, you'll understand what it says. When you take things personally, then you feel offended and your reaction is to defend your beliefs and create conflict. So you want to defend yourself and create conflict and fight when somebody says this. Now it is time for you. We feel right now it is time for me to speak up and defend. And it is saying you are also speaking from your belief and your agreement, which is also Maya. Even what you think you are correct and now you have to defend from your perspective, that is also not true. That is also Maya. Your beliefs and agreements are also Maya. So two fools are trying to defend each other. Okay, instead understand that is hers Maya, it is my Maya. Okay, and then you will be at peace. You make something big out of we make a mountain out of a mole, right? छोटे छोटे चीज को बड़े बड़े बना देते हैं जब हम चीजों को इतने पर्सनली ले लेते हैं. Okay, you make something big out of small things so little because you have the need to be right and make everybody else wrong. We also want to make others wrong. But when we realize that even our belief system and our agreement, our thought process is also a Maya, then what do I need to again defend from my side also? There is no point in defending. Okay, then again, we also have to understand that, friends, we also have to understand when somebody tells me that you are so beautiful. Okay, that also has nothing to do with me. Okay, you are so nice, as for example, even as a therapist, as a coach, and as a spiritual like teacher, there are times when people come to me and they say, you have changed my life. Okay, you are everything to me. And especially after so many years of my spiritual counseling and guiding people and on of my own, I've realized that I should not take even that personally. Because what happens is that people, because they are also going through their own happiness. When they are very happy, there are times when they, even in spirituality is not magic. It takes time, it takes transformation. It sometimes also creates a lot of problem, and they will also blame you. Why is it not changing? I am doing so many times, so many things, and still you are telling me this and this, and it is not changing. It takes time and patience, right? Because of the past lives karma and everything. So there are people who come to me and they praise me very highly and tell me, you are my everything, for you only my life is changing. Sometimes this person only, after maybe 1 or 2 years, that person will insult you. Even if after 1 month, that person will insult you. Okay, so the beauty of it is to not take anything personally, because it has to do with one person's state of mind. When somebody is very happy, that person will find everything good in others as well. When somebody is sad, that person will find sad in everything and try to complain and tell you that you are wrong. So even when somebody is praising you, even when somebody is criticizing you, both the things you should not take personally. Even the praise also you should not take. This is what I have learned, friends. I do not get easily, because now I hear so many people, right? So many of my friends, they are, they feel they are dependent on me and everything. I don't want you to be, though. But even when they say you are like this and you have changed my life, I say, okay, it is you are going through a good time. So everything is good for you. So you will find everything good. Okay. This is how we should live our life, not take anything, even the praises personally. Even when they say you are an angel, no. Yes, yes, Meenakshi.
But if someone love me, how
Ah.
can I take it?
Yeah,
If
that
someone
is
love
also
me.
there because I will come. You will understand that, it is that person's when a person is filled with love, the person or that at that moment the person is filled with love, the person will only give love to you. Okay. When a person is filled with fear, there are two emotions in this world, love emotion and fear based emotion. Based on that, there can be many other emotions, but they are the primary emotions. I spoke to you last time as well. Okay. Fear based emotions, because of our agreements. Do you remember I spoke to you? Because of those agreements, पेरेंट्स ने बोला ऐसा मत करो तो ऐसा हो जाएगा, देखो लोगों के पास कितना है हमारे पास नहीं है, हम उससे क्या
Yeah.
होता है जेलसी डेवलप कर दिए, हाँ,
Mm.
कंपटीशन डेवलप कर दिया. All these emotions are coming from the fear based emotions. Fear, right? Separation.
Yeah.
They have, I don't have. So all these agreements जो बचपन में टीचर ने सिखाया, टीचर ने भी सीखा फर्स्ट आना है, लास्ट आओगे तो जीवन में कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे. अगेन फियर से फिर जेलसी आ जाता है, कंपटीशन आ जाता है, कितना कुछ आ जाता है. It is that person's emotion. Okay. So even a person, as for example, I'll give you an example. Did you see, Meenakshi, I'll tell you, the days when you are very happy, okay? I think here the perfect example will be Bonoshri. Bonoshri, are you here? Yes, I want to hear from you. The days when you are very happy, Bonoshri, and you you are take care of the old people, right, Bonoshri? So the days when you are very happy and an old person or somebody says, and you are filled with love and an old person behaves very badly with you, do you get affected? Are you there, Bonoshri? She's not there, I think. Yes, she's
হ্যাঁ
there. হ্যাঁ, যেই দিনগুলো তুমি খুব happy, you're filled with love and you're filled with happiness and everything, and somebody says something to you, does it affect you?
নট অ্যাকচুয়ালি
Yes.
আমি যেদিন হ্যাপি থাকি অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমি ভাবি যে ও তো এরকমই ও এরকমই কথা বলে
Okay, this is what I wanted to show to Meenakshi and everybody. So she takes care of old age people. Old people are senile. They might be cranky sometimes. But when you are in a happy state, when you are filled with love, you will only express love, irrespective of what the other person is doing. Okay? Giving love or not love doesn't depend on you. That's why even when somebody is giving you love, that also you don't take personally. Because the person is filled with love. बोलते हैं ना, अगर if you squeeze orange, apple juice is not going to come. The person is filled with love, and that's why the person is giving you love.
Yeah,
If the
that's
person didn't have
true
love
question. Yeah.
and you squeezed, it was anger, even if you're giving love to her, she will only give you anger. So can you take things personally? You cannot take things personally.
No. Yeah, I understand now. Yeah.
Okay?
হ্যাঁ
So,
এমনও আছে যে আমি
হ্যাঁ,
খুব সিনসিয়ারলি খুব আম, আমি খুব সুন্দরভাবে আমার কোনো ওল্ড পিপলকে আমি সার্ভ করছি কোনো কিছু বা কোনো কেয়ার করছি তো
হুম,
সে আমাকে খুব ব্যাডলি না বাট ওর একটা হেবিটে যে তুমি
আহ,
তুমি হ্যাঁ তুমি ইডিয়ট সামথিং মানে ড্যানিশে
আহ,
বলে ডুম তো
আহ,
আমিও মানে আমরাও এরকম মানে কারণ আমরা যারা কাজ করি ওরা তো আমরা জানি যে সে এরকমই বলে তো
ah,
সেন্ট ইউ সেন্ট ইউ বলে
wonderful.
সেন্ট
Wonderful
ইউ বলে
examples she's giving. See what she's saying, that, she knows that there are few, old people there who are, even if you do best to them, they will tell you, you are stupid. See, they have grown with that agreement. They are living in their own bubble of, they are making their own movie that you are stupid. But does that make you stupid? It doesn't make you stupid.
না আমরা আমরা হাসি
Yeah,
আমরা
you
বলি
should.
সেম টু ইউ বলে ও হাসে।
Yes. So this is how we should understand that when, this will save us from so much of hell, friends. We create so much of hell for ourselves because of this. When we take, especially with husband and wife also, friends, we are living under the same roof with our in-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law. Please relate. Please relate. Half of your problem will be gone if you today you can absorb this concept properly in your heart. Okay? Heart and mind. And then again, sometimes even when I'm saying some word and it is hurting somebody, okay, as for example, I said, no, I'm not liking this, I don't want to do it. And somebody, maybe for some, you said something, and that person has reacted and said, you have hurt me. Okay? তুমি আমাকে hurt করেছো Sanjukta. You have hurt me, Sanjukta. Okay? That time also you should not take it personally. Why? Because if you remember that अगर वो जूस है तो ही वो जूस निकलेगा. Okay? There is some trigger in that person's life that will trigger that person to behave that way and feel hurt. That also, can you imagine, to that extent also it is saying that you cannot take, when you're telling somebody and that person told you that you have hurt me, then also you should not take things personally. Because अगर कोई hurt होता है ना, as for example, see, Bonoshi just gave the example that we don't get hurt, we only say same to you. But if same Bonoshri, because there is no, it's called shadow. अगर वो trigger है ना, वो तभी वो body से निकलता है, वो dormant way में रहता है मेरे हमारे जीवन का, past life traumas and past life karmas and past life behavior pattern of reacting also. It is also pattern of reacting is also a behavior कि मैं हर चीज में offended हो जाती हूँ, hurt हो जाती हूँ. That is also a behavior. So if that person gets offended in small things, and you tell something to that person and that person says that, I got offended. I'll give you an example. Long back, I'm also growing. Long back, many years back, I was a leader and I was taking care of some people, okay, and 2 or 3, an organized spiritual organization, and 1 or 2 people, you know, they were only complaining life is not changing, but they were not following whatever guidance I was giving, that you have to really meditate, read books, get into Sajjana Sangatya and all these things. They were not listening. One day I thought I have to be strict with them, and I gave them some strict guidance. Okay. Then what happened is that, and I told them that this is what you need to change. And after that, did it with a beautiful heart that I really wanted them to change. But these 2 people, because they have that trigger, they felt that they were not respected. They got triggered. They informed my senior leaders then with the organization I used to belong. Those senior leaders, they charged me that you hurt these people. You were hurt. You hurt these people. They don't want to come to meeting anymore and everything. And I was so taken aback. Okay, I wanted to help them, but it took a different turn. Now I know that is also their problem. That was their problem. Their sensitivity to get hurt. They did not realize what was in my heart. My heart was to only serve them and transform. It was their problem, nothing to do with me. That's when now even if, when you will have this, where I'm not telling that you should become harsh and rough but when you will start understanding that you cannot take things personally, you'll also find that courage to speak up when it needs to be speak up, without even having the fear or the guilt, or oh my god, I have done such bad things, someone has got hurt. You said that it is his problem. He's sensitive, she's sensitive, I can't help it. Then you will also have the courage to speak when it is the right time to speak as well. Okay. This I also spoke about it, that whenever you are filled with love, you will only speak love. Whenever you are not filled with love, you will only speak. I will again read out this. If you are not afraid, there is no way you will hate me. Okay. We hate people also when we because we are afraid. The main cause is we are afraid. If you are not afraid, there is no way you will be jealous or sad. So it has nothing to be with me. You are jealous, you are sad, it is your problem because you are afraid. Okay? If you live without fear, if you love, there is no place for any other emotion. When there is love, there is no place for any other emotion. If you don't feel any those emotion, it is logical that you will feel good. When you feel good, everything around you is good. When everything around you is great, everything makes you happy. See, finally it ends up to my happiness, whether I love myself, I am happy or not, and then everything will be happy for me. You are loving everything and that is around you because you are loving yourself, because you like the way you are, because you are content with you, because you are happy with your life, you are happy with the movie that you are producing, happy with your agreements with life. You are at peace and you are happy. You live in that state of bliss where everything is so wonderful and everything is so beautiful. In the state of bliss, you are making love all the time with everything that you perceive. So when you are blissful, you will always spread love. When you are not blissful, you not spread love. So that is simple for everybody. So if anybody is spreading hate, it is his problem. Okay, now another very important point. Okay, this is that when we, like, sometimes, now this was about what others think, others do and don't think. Sometimes it is also the mind which speaks. Have you realized that the mind speaks? The mind says something. Oh, Sanjukta, you are not good enough. Okay, or Sanjukta, this is what it is bad, and this is, oh, you have done so bad things, Sanjukta. Oh, you should feel guilty about it. You hurt somebody and all these things. Yes, Sushma. Yes.
Am I having network issue or it's your
No,
end?
I
I
can
am
hear you.
missing lines.
You are
No,
missing
like
lines?
in between. Yeah, in between.
Is everybody missing line?
Missing like it goes quiet for me for couple of
Can,
seconds or
can,
something like.
can, can somebody confirm, Momita or Tanmoy? Are you missing the lines?
I don't know, even I'm facing network issues. I'm not sure whether it's from my
Oh,
end or
Nipa is
your
saying
end,
it's
even.
fine for me. Okay, Nipa. So then it is
It's
your
fine for me
network
too.
issue.
Okay, okay, sorry.
Okay. So please check your network then. Okay. Now, friends, the very important point. Okay. So now what happens is that now forget about friends and everything, when people, husband, mother-in-law, and all these things. Again, we take our own thoughts personally, don't we think? We take our own thoughts so personally. Oh, I have done this blunder in life. Oh, why are my parents so bad with me? They always do this to me. I'm a victim. All these words that keep coming in our life, my husband this to me, I'm so much of pain, and all these things, these thoughts, we keep taking all these thoughts also very personally. Okay, these thoughts are, again, try to understand, even your opinions are also coming from your own movies, right? It is coming from your own beliefs and patterns, your own childhood conditioning. Can you also take your own beliefs and patterns personally? You cannot take even your own thoughts personally, friends. Okay, so even if that comes, if a thought comes that you are good for nothing, then again, half of the time also we go into depression because our thoughts keep telling us you are good for nothing, you cannot do anything, you are such a bad, you cannot even speak properly, you speak so badly, you cannot teach properly, all these things, right? These are the words that we keep feeding ourselves over and over to our mind. You are not good enough, and you are not worthy, and all these things, you are ugly, and all these things. This has also come from agreement of from our own childhood belief. Can I also take this personally? I cannot take this personally. Not just this, friends. Again, we should understand that we are not alone in this world. There are multiple dimensions. Okay, there are many dimensions in the whole universe. You will, sometimes there are gods. Gods are nothing but people who have attained enlightenment and reached reached the astral plane. From the astral, they don't have the body, but they have, they are there, they are speaking around us. Okay, sometimes they are not even gods, they are lower beings as well, who have not attained enlightenment, but death. बट क्या है, ऐसा कोई डेथ का तो कोई जगह नहीं है कि वहां पे जाके रहते हैं. भूत हमारे आसपास ही घूमते रहते हैं, तो उनका भी बहुत सारे थॉट्स है, एस्ट्रल प्लेन में चलता है, लोअर एस्ट्रल प्लेन, पीपल जिनका एंड भूत क्या है, भूत भूत कोई नहीं है, इवन गॉड्स आर ऑल्सो भूत। और जो बहुत ज्यादा इवॉल्व नहीं है वो भी भूत है। एनीथिंग विच गोज टू एनीबडी हु गोज टू द एस्ट्रल प्लेन का लेवल है, जिनका जो लोग एनलाइटनमेंट नहीं लिए, बहुत लोअर है, वो लोअर एस्ट्रल प्लेन में रहते हैं। जो एनलाइटनमेंट ले लिए हैं या फिर ऑन द प्रोसेस ऑफ एनलाइटनमेंट, वो मिडिल एस्ट्रल प्लेन में रहते हैं। जो एनलाइटन ले लिए हैं और भी ज्यादा इवॉल्व कर रहे हैं, वो हायर एस्ट्रल प्लेन में रहते हैं, लेकिन सब यहीं पे रहते हैं। So also sometimes you will see sudden thoughts come to you, and even some thoughts can also come to you that you should commit suicide, you should die. There are, I'll tell you an example of, so that you should be very careful. Don't take anything personally. Okay. One of my mentor, Dr. Lakshmi, she said that a man came to him with a problem. He said that, there is, I keep getting suicidal thoughts and death and all these things. And there is a lady who keeps speaking to me in my ear and she says, I'll kill you, and all these things. In the beginning, Dr. Lakshmi, she thought maybe the man is schizophrenic. But when she started, she can sense energies and everything, right? When she started doing his therapy, she found that there was another body inside his body. Okay. And actually, this man was responsible for the death of this lady long back, maybe in past life or this life. And this lady, she said that, I'm going to kill you. I will finish you. Or she was giving him all those thoughts of committing suicides. Okay. So be very careful, friends, that, don't take anything personally. Think that, okay, it is also not my mind. It might be somebody else's mind as well. Okay. So we have to be very careful. So for all these things, finally, at the end goal is that we cannot take things personally. Okay. The mind is divided in many parts. Again, another. Yes. Yes, Bonoshri.
হ্যাঁ, তো আমার কিছুদিন সপ্তাহখানেক ধরে আর কি আমি ছোট একটা ভুল অনেকেই করি না আমরা কাজের ক্ষেত্রে ঘরেই, বাট খুবই সিলি খুবই মিস্টেক আমাদের হয়। বাট এটা আমার মাথায় এই গত 2 সপ্তাহ ধরে মানে বাসায় যেখানে মানে সবসময় ঘুরছে। তো মনে করো যে আমাদের একটা মিটিং, তো ডক্টর আসে না, তো আমরা খুব সিনসিয়ারলি কথা শুনি ইয়ে করি। তো তোমরা অনেকে এখানে জানো যে রিশান লাস্ট কয়েকদিন ধরে অনেক সিক ছিল। তো আমি খুবই টায়ার্ড ছিলাম, রাতে ঠিক মতো ঘুমাইনি, বাট কাজে তো যেতেই হয়েছে। 2 ঘন্টা 1 ঘন্টা ঘুমিয়েও আমি কাজে গিয়েছি। তো একদিন মিটিং এ সকালে আমাদের কাজটা শেষ করে মিটিং এ আমরা বসছি ডাক্তারের সাথে। তো বিভিন্ন পেশেন্টের বিভিন্ন সিমটম বা প্রবলেম নিয়ে আমরা কথা বলছি। তো আমি তো অনেক টায়ার্ড ছিলাম, আমি না শুনতে শুনতে আমি চোখ বন্ধ হয়ে গিয়েছিলাম, মানে চোখটা লেগে গিয়েছিল। তো ডক্টর সেটা দেখেছে, তো আমাকে আমাকে বলছে যে বনো, তো আমাকে বনো বলে ডাকে। তো বনো তুমি কি আছো? তো আমি চোখ খুলে আমি আবার মানে ঘুমটা ভেঙে গেল, তো আমি বললাম হ্যাঁ আছি, বাট একটু সময়ের জন্য আমি আউট ছিলাম। তো সবাই হাসাহাসি করলাম, বাট ওটা না ওই জিনিসটা আমার কাছে আমার মাথায় ঢুকে গেছে না। বাট
See how we
হ্যাঁ,
take things.
এটা এটা
See,
এটা
you
খুবই
not even
সিলি
feel
জিনিস।
compassion for yourself.
হ্যাঁ,
Instead, what you should have felt, Bonoshri, what she is saying is that, she has been really struggling. We all know her child, her son, was very sick. And she had to take care of her ailing son the last 1 week. And she, even after sleeping just for 1 or 2 hours, she has to go to work. And in work, one day in a meeting, she slept off in the meeting. And the doctor just asked her, are you there, Bonoshri? And everybody laughed. Once she waked up, everybody laughed. That was just a one line. See how we create hell for ourselves. This is what I'm telling, friends. This, if we really grasp this concept for ourselves, we will relieve ourselves from so much of hell that we create for ourselves for no reasons. Okay. Instead of that, what she should have felt compassion for herself. She should have felt that, oh, Bonoshri, despite of so much, you still came for job. Kudos. But because of her, childhood conditioning or agreement, maybe in her agreement, Anything you do wrong, you should be punished. Maybe that is her agreement. Okay, her childhood agreement, domestication. That's how she was domesticated. That if you make any wrong, you should be punished, despite of not understanding if what that wrong was. Was it really wrong, or it was just her, her body tiredness, or even if she does wrong, there is anything something called wrong in domestication. We heard that there should not be. You should learn from your mistake and you should move on. Even holding guilt and shame is like a sin that you're creating to yourself. We learned, right? We learned in be impeccable with our words. We have learned that when we hold ourselves responsible and keep punishing us 1,000 times, that means we are not being compassionate to ourselves. Okay, that means we are holding a lot of guilt and shame. We're not learning from the mistake and moving on. Okay, Bonoshri, so please work on this agreement that it is okay to make mistake. Okay, do you remember the first
সেটাই আমার
agreement that the inner
কোয়েশ্চেন
child
আসলে,
has? Yes.
সেটা আমার কোয়েশ্চেন, যেটা এটার পরে মনে করো
Hmm.
এটা অন্যদের জন্য ওটা কিছুই ছিল না, না কিন্তু ডাক্তারের সাথে আমাদের ওইরকম পার্সোনাল, যেমন আমার কলিগরা জানে যে আমি আমি একটু ডাউন আছি, আমার বাসায় প্রবলেম চলছে, বাট
Hmm.
ডাক্তার তো আর ডেইলি আমার সাথে দেখা হয় না, না তো সে আমার
Hmm.
কন্ডিশন সে জানে না, বাট সেটা তো
Oh.
আমার মাথায় ঢুকে আছে না। বাট এখন ও ডাক্তার যখন আছে আমি একটু নিজেকে একটু হাইড করে রাখি, মানে আমার ভিতরে এটা কাজ করে
No,
যে
when you
সে
are
ওই,
very
হ্যাঁ
confident, you will not hide. Remember, inner child healing session. Go to the inner child healing session. There are some demands and needs of the child. Okay. One of the need of the child is for the parent to tell the child that it is okay to make mistake. Even if it is the biggest of the mistake, the child should hear that, Baba, it is okay to make mistake. How will you learn if you don't make mistake? But we were not given that need. So now you have to give your inner child, Bonoshri, that you hold. I have told everybody to buy teddy bears for them, as if that is your small child, and you will hold that teddy bear. The one that the healing that the child needs is that it is okay to make mistake. How will you learn? You will never learn if you don't make mistake. I accept you completely the way you are, if you even when you make mistake. Okay, then you'll start feeling confident in front of the doctor as well. I'm proud to make mistake, because every mistake makes me a better human being.
আমি ট্রাই করবো তাহলে।
Okay. Okay. Use your teddy bear. If you don't have a teddy bear today, use a pillow, and give that inner child that assurance that I'm there with you. Make mistakes. Mistakes make us better human being. We learn from mistakes. Okay. Okay. So yes. Okay. So this is what another thing is that, again, friends, there is something called even the mind. Okay, why you cannot even trust your own mind? Okay, because the mind also has 1,000 parts, and the mind thinks in 1,000 ways. So which one are you going to trust? Mind is like, mind is also a Maya. So one will say you are good, another will say no, you are not good. Do you remember, Momita? So we were talking about the same, when we were doing this inner child meditation some 2-3
Okay.
days back, that,
Yeah.
when I was going through my own inner child sessions and therapies and all these things, I realized that there are two minds in me. There are two parts in me. One part was, if you have gone through my videos, or if you have attended, I told you that I was a very rebellious child.
Yes.
Okay. When I was small, there was one part when I went through the inner child, I saw one part where I felt that, oh, nobody accepted me because I was rebellious. I wanted everybody to accept me, but no one accepts me. No one loves me just the way I am. Okay. There is one part that was working this way. There is another part which was telling that you are a rebellious child. You deserve to be punished. Okay. So this is how our mind itself is punishing. One mind wants to be loved. Another mind says, no, you don't deserve love. You deserve to be punished. So this is how thousands of way our mind works. And that's why we cannot, sometimes we cannot make decisions in our life also because of this, friends. We don't know which way to go because we are ourselves confused with what the mind is wanting to say. So we cannot even take our mind personally. Okay, at that time, what is the solution? The solution is to, as for example, I was able to make an inventory, right? That, see, one part of my mind says, I love you, I deserve all the love and respect. Another part of my mind says, no, you don't deserve respect. Why you don't deserve it? What is the other part saying? So when you make an inventory of all the lists, and you now, then you will become, then after this, you will be able to make a decision. It is just about the mind. I'm telling you, like, as for example, simple act of, many people, they, throughout their life, they complain about having an abusive husband. Okay, and there is one part they say that, no, 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 he loves my son so much and all these things, and I have to stay with him. Another part says, do I not have my respect? If I don't have my respect, then I should, then I should leave him. Another part says, where will the financial stability for my son comes? So many things will make, our mind chaotic. So the point is that, make an inventory. Okay, and then come to an understanding that they are all maya. So what is the best maya? What is the main thing that I can bring out of it, and understand what is the best conclusion that I can make for myself. Otherwise you will keep going in this maya over and over throughout your life, always complaining about your husband, always complaining about your mother-in-law, but never being able to come out of it. Okay, so that's why also this is very important, that don't take your even mind personally, and bring all the parts together. And if you have to make a decision, bring all the parts together, see the pros and cons of all the parts, and then make a conclusion and a decision. Okay, so this is what we hardly know what we want, because these are the 1,000 parts. They keep telling 1,000 things, and that's why we don't know what we want. When we make an inventory, finally we know this is what I really want for myself. Okay. Okay, another thing that we do, okay, friends, that when we take things personally, we suffer for nothing. Okay, sometimes suffering becomes, have you seen, friends, like Ria has attended, Nipa has attended last week. Okay, and others have also attended my sessions. You remember that our body gets addicted to emotions. Okay, when we keep repeating na Ria, what do you remember? বলেছিলাম যে body addicted হয়ে যায়।
জি দিদি।
তো আমরা এখানে বলছি যে our body gets even addicted to suffering. We start enjoying suffering. We don't even realize that we have started enjoying. Our body gets addicted. So if Ruchi doesn't know, does anybody want to explain to Ruchi how does even Nipa and Ria, who has attended, Nipa, can you explain to Ruchi how does the body get addicted? If I think Ruchi only doesn't know, or anybody else who wants to share. মনে আছে কারো?
Like when we suffer from a trauma, and when we like to get out of it, and but our body is not ready to cope with the thing. Like our body still remind about the trauma and make us suffer still now when we are going through the past things.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we spoke in the last 5 days of Science of Meditation. We spoke about it, that the emotions, when maybe we have suffered, we had some trauma or some suffering or some scolding from a boss or from mother-in-law or husband or anything. 1 or 2 days when we suffer, it is my mood. I say my mood is bad. For 4 months or 5 months, if I keep remembering this is what my mother-in-law did to me, then it becomes a temperament. My body is now addicted to the hormones of sadness, of depression and suffering. After 1 or 2 years, if I keep remembering, 10 years, Meenakshi, 10 years, if I repeat what is happening to me in the last 10 years, then it becomes my personality of wanting to feel sad and wanting to feel depressed. okay, and wanting to suffer over and over. Yes, Meenakshi,
Yes, Didi.
did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what humans are addicted. This is such a beautiful line. Please listen to this. Humans are addicted to suffering at different levels and to different degrees, and we support each other in maintaining these addictions. Humans agree to help each other suffer. We also agree to help each other suffer. How? Because now my body has the need of suffering. It is addicted to the hormone of suffering. So what I will do is that my need for suffering will invite my husband to abuse me. Okay, and you will see people who are addicted to the suffering, even if you are a very calm and quiet person, okay, you are a very nice, calm and quiet person, but the person is addicted to suffering, the person will also trigger you to make that person suffer. This is what happens. If you have the need to be abused, you will find it easy to be abused by others. Likewise, if you are with people who need to suffer, something in you makes you abuse them. You will feel like abusing that person who has got into the addiction of suffering. You know, it is as if they have a note on their back. Please kick me. Can you relate to it? Please raise your hand if you can relate to it. Please. Even I'm raising because I did it, okay, at some point of time. So, खुजलाता रहता है, हमारा बॉडी खुजलाता रहता है कि अरे किसी ने मुझे तकलीफ नहीं दिया, तो मैं कुछ एक लगा के बैठ जाती हूँ कि प्लीज किक मी बिकॉज आई एम नीडिंग द हार्मोन ऑफ सफरिंग, आई वांट टू सफर. Okay, so please be very aware of this need to suffering. इसमें भी हम लोग, that's when we take things personally. हर चीज में personally लेके अभी तो मुझे सफर करना है, इसको भी personally लेना है. मेरा मेड ने भी मुझे आके कुछ अगर बोल दिया, मेरा मेड, उसको भी मुझे personally लेना है because मुझे अभी अपने hormones release करने हैं, hormones of suffering. Okay. Okay, so you got it, friends. So it is so funny that how we create so much of harm to ourselves. Okay, now. So many people are agreeing. Yeah, I know you will agree. My cousin Fuldi, she gave 2 hands. Okay. So now again, lie, friends. I will like to connect this with. I think Tonmoy has left, but Meenakshi, please convey this guidance especially to Tonmoy because he had a question last time that kids lie. Okay, so even when people are lying, okay, try to understand that also you cannot take personally. So see, I'm trying to take you to every part. First to people, then to your own mind, then to your own addiction to your suffering. Now when people lie, we take things so personally. That person has lied. Okay, are did you realize sometimes we also don't know what is truth? Did you realize that sometimes we say this girl is so nice, the next moment, especially people who have Gemini traits, right? Some people, they take Gemini people as they are very double faced, they say, but I don't say them as double faced. Gemini people, they don't even know what is right and wrong. That's why they keep fluctuating. Once they will say this person is very good, the next moment they will say this person is very bad. We ourselves are not very aware of what is truth. So that is what it is talking about, that they are lying to themselves. So how can you expect them that they will tell the truth to you? They don't even know what is truth and what is lie. That's why they are lying. Okay. Second point, again, for kids also, we have to remember, we are so focused, kid has to be truthful and all these things. But friends, every one of us want acceptance. We want acceptance in our life, right? And we do not want anybody to see our imperfection. And that is a basic need, basic fear of a person. Fear, it comes from the fear and love. It comes from the fear that somebody will criticize me, will see my imperfections, and from there that person is trying to tell lie. So even when that person is, can we feel compassion for a person who tells lie from today onwards? instead of feeling angry? Can we feel? Because that person wants acceptance. That's why that person lies. And also, we have to be very, again, friends, we should not lie as more as possible. I'm again not giving a, you should tell lie in the extreme cases when you have to save somebody or something, but we should not lie. That's a different thing. But if somebody lies, we should also be very compassionate to them, understanding to them. Okay. And also understand that, again, there are so many relationships like friendships, partners, and we are waiting for them. We keep waiting for years for friendship also. Sometimes we think this friend is so close, but you always think, then you keep thinking, no, she doesn't take me though that close. Okay. Or for partners also, lovers also, for years people go through years of pain waiting for the partner to finally commit on, oh, so many things they see, right, that we see in this world, right? And it also comes from this, when you say that, it says that if others say one thing but do another, you are lying to yourself if you don't listen to their action. There will be people who will say something and do something else, and you'll keep waiting for the person to understand, and you say, no, वो तो ये बोलता है लेकिन वो करता है ऐसा. ओके. वो बोलता है कि आई लव यू, लेकिन वो उल्टा कुछ और करता है, मारता है, पीटता है, या फिर एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल अफेयर रखता है, या फिर तुमको केयर नहीं करता है, व्हाटएवर. So, and then we are again in that dilemma of what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? It says that you are lying to yourself if you don't see the action. The right thing is that instead of looking, because mouth se to lie hi niklega. Mouth can never say the truth. We have just understood that people, they are lying to themselves. They don't even know what is truth. But actions will not lie. So if that person, try to understand that person's actions. And once it might hurt you, friend. In the beginning, it might hurt you to believe that no, ये मुझसे प्यार नहीं करता, ये दोस्त या फिर ये partner मुझसे प्यार नहीं करता, उसके actions प्यार नहीं करते. It might hurt you, but it will save you from years of waiting for that love and whatever you were looking for. Okay. And healing happens naturally. The human, we are made to heal. Hum heartbreaks, ye wo kitna kuch hota hai, but it happens very naturally. So we should save ourselves from those years of trauma by seeing the action and not lying to ourselves that whatever we seeing is truth. At least we should be true to ourselves and understand what is happening is truth. Okay. Again, if somebody is treating you badly, okay, and disrespecting you and everything, it is time, and that person walks away. See, we might also take it so personally, right? Even if it is a friend disrespects and or a partner disrespects and walks away, it is such a big thing. Yes, it might hurt us in the beginning, but it also happens for your own good. Because when the person leaves, it creates a lot of space for you to have good friends or a new partner in your life, or it gives you a space to decide finally what you actually want. कभी कभी होता है ना कि रिलेशनशिप नेचुरली ब्रेक डाउन हो जाता है, अब्यूजिव रिलेशनशिप या कुछ भी नेचुरली ब्रेक डाउन हो जाता है, फिर भी हम उसको पकड़ के रखना चाहते हैं. बट व्हेन वी आर मेडिटेटर्स, वी ट्रस्ट द यूनिवर्स सो मच, उसको भी छोड़ दो, बिकॉज वो जाएगा. तभी तो आपका इतने दिन तो आप अपने एग्रीमेंट से आपने डिसाइड किया कि नहीं, देयर इज ऑल्सो एन एग्रीमेंट के जितना भी अब्यूजिव या फिर दुख वाला रिलेशनशिप है उसमें रहना ही चाहिए, बिकॉज मैंने अपने पेरेंट्स को देखा है. दिस इज द एग्रीमेंट वी हैव मेड एंड वी हैव बिलीव्ड, सो वहीं पे रहना. लेकिन वो टूट जाता है. वो इनिशियली इट माइट हर्ट, बट फ्रेंड्स, later it will give you so much of peace where you will realize that now I can decide my own life. I can choose my new partner or my new friend on my own way. So that's what it is saying. The pain might come, but that pain also is temporary. Finally, it will make you choose, help you take your own decisions. Okay. And now, so finally, what do we understand? It gives us so much freedom. If we don't take things personally, it gives us so much freedom. What are the things that happens to us? Somebody is talking, friends, and it is not on mute.
It's your other number.
Okay. Now, Anandita.
No, it's Panalal Ghosh.
This is not Panalal Ghosh. This is my son.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. It's your another number.
1 second. I'm just muting them. Okay. So yes. So what are the things now? What you have learned? Let us do a conclusion. It gives us freedom, huh? Freedom from others' thoughts, actions, and feelings. So much of freedom. Tanmoy started with this, right? I want to be free from what others think, others' thoughts, actions, and freedoms. It gives us freedom from gossip. कोई अगर gossip करता है, तो we will no longer be affected. अगर कोई डॉक्टर कुछ बोल भी देता है, सीनियर है, I will no longer be affected. That it is again, I don't need to take anything personally. Okay? As for example, it will save us from the hell. Okay? So it is so these, if we practice these two, first agreement was being impeccable with the words, and the second agreement was be bindas. Yes, true. This is what we want. Spiritual people should be happy and free. Freedom comes from when we don't take anybody's shit personally. It is their shit. उनका पॉटी है उनको मुबारक. Okay? Okay, so this is what I end. And when we don't take things personally, we don't trust others' words as well. It is, again, don't go into a belief system that I don't trust anybody. Then again, it becomes a belief system. But what I'm saying is that if that person is lying, if the person one, don't trust. Trust your gut feeling. Trust seeing and observing what is right for you, and then take decision. Don't take decision based on trusting somebody's words. Okay? So these are the things where we will feel so free that everything is dependent on me. I'm taking action based on myself, my observation, So this is the end. So I will end with this beautiful thing that, if you keep this agreement, so these two are being impeccable with your words and don't take things personally. If we at least make an intention to follow these two friends, छोटा छोटा बिलीफ सिस्टम जो हमने क्रिएट किया है ना, एज फॉर एग्जाम्पल छोटे छोटे चीजों में ट्रिगर हो जाना है. मदर इन लॉ ने कुछ बोला तो ट्रिगर हो गई. ये मेरा बिलीफ सिस्टम भी है ना, मेरा मेरा हैबिट भी बन गया, मेरा बिलीफ सिस्टम भी हो गया है कि ऐसा बोलेंगे. आनंदिता वाज टेलिंग, राइट? If mother-in-law gives this thing for my sister-in-law and she doesn't bring it to me, and then it is her belief system to get angry. देखो छोटा छोटा 95% of our other belief system will also be gone if we keep these two strong belief systems intention every day strong. One is I will not take my mother-in-law's things or my anybody's words or actions personally. Okay, and the second is I will be very impeccable with my words. 75% हमारे जो बिलीफ सिस्टम है वो सॉल्व हो जाता है ये दो बिलीफ्स अगर हम इंटेंशंस एग्रीमेंट्स फॉलो करते हैं. Okay, and I will end with this beautiful quote. If you keep this agreement, you can travel around the world with your heart completely open, with no one, and no one can hurt you. Why no one can hurt you? Because you can say I love you without fear of being ridiculed or rejected. आधा टाइम तो हम किसी को प्यार करते हैं, बोलने में भी डरते हैं बिकॉज वो मुझे हर्ट ना कर दे, रिजेक्ट ना कर दे. बट बिंदास, तुम क्या करते हो, आई विल नॉट टेक एनीथिंग पर्सनली. आई लव यू, we will openly say the person if I want to say. And another thing is that you will also be very free to tell no or yes. If you remember Anandita, this is what I was always tell you, that मुझे अगर no बोलना है तो मैं no ही बोलूंगी, yes नहीं बोलूंगी. Okay, it comes from this understanding that this is what it says. You can ask for what you need. You can say yes or you can say no, whatever you choose, without guilt or self-judgment, because you're no longer, if you are saying no, even if that person gets hurt, doesn't matter. You think right now, this is what I have to say. I said no, I will not go. Even if you are hurt, it is your personal problem. I feel that this is my time to be at home. So I will say no. Okay, and then I will also understand that, she should not take things personally. You can choose to follow your heart always. Then you can be in the middle of the hell. And this is how, even in the middle of the hell, लोग आपको criticize कर रहे, gossip कर रहे, ये कर रहे, कितना कुछ कर रहे, लेकिन आप नाचोगे in the middle of the hell. This is what it is saying. Then you can be in the middle of the hell and still experience inner peace and happiness. You can stay in your state of bliss and hell will not affect you at all. Yeah, great. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for sticking with me till the end. Anybody has any question? Otherwise, I
Thank
will.
you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, Ria.
দিদি এটা হচ্ছে আজকে সেশন নিয়ে না, জাস্ট একটা মানে জিনিস শেয়ার করতে চাচ্ছিলাম আর কি।
হুম
আমি যখন হচ্ছে মানে মেডিটেশন তো আমি আজকে ধরেন মানে 5 দিন বা 1 সপ্তাহের মতো হচ্ছে। তো
হুম
ফার্স্ট 2 দিন আমার মানে কোনো তেমন কোনো সমস্যা নাই, বা সেকেন্ড দিন থেকে থার্ড দিন থেকে আমি যখন করতাম আমার
হুম
বডির মধ্যে মনে হয় যে আমার বডির সামনে কিছু একটা ভারী এনভায়রনমেন্ট ফিল হয় আর কি। মানে লাগে যে মানে আমার বডিটা লাইক কি মানে একটা ভারী এনভায়রনমেন্ট লাগে আর কি, মানে আমার
হ্যাঁ
চারিদিকে।
হুম
এরপর হচ্ছে যে লাইক মেডিটেশন করার 5 থেকে 10 মিনিট পর্যন্ত আমার হোল বডিটা খুব ব্যথা করে।
হুম
এরপর আবার ব্যথাটা আবার চলে যায় গিয়ে। মানে
হুম
এটা কি জন্য হচ্ছে একটু
আনন্দিতা,
জানতে
would you
চাচ্ছিলাম।
like to explain? আমি চাই বাকিরা সেবা করো।
আচ্ছা, এই সেম জিনিসগুলো আমার সাথে হয়েছে। এটা সময়ের সাথে চলে যাবে। আহ শুধু তুমি চারপাশের পরিবেশটার সাথে আমরা এখনো মানে মেডিটেশনের যে ভাইব্রেশন গুলো আসে সেটার সাথে বডি অনেক সময় তোমার অ্যালাইন থাকে না। তো এগুলো প্র্যাকটিস করতে করতে সময়ের সাথে চলে যাবে। আমার মনে হয় না সেটা আলাদা করে কোনো কারণ। আম, এটা মাইন্ড আর বডির মাঝে যে তোমার কনফ্লিক্ট গুলো সেটার জন্য এটা হচ্ছে। এটা চলে যাবে মেডিটেশন করতে করতে।
Fantastic. Yes, বুঝতে পেরেছো রিয়া? What she was saying, I'll just explain to the others who are not Bengali. Ria was saying that she was meditating and she was feeling very heavy all around. Okay. And she would also feel a lot of pain. Pain would come and suddenly the pain would also go after 1 or 2 days of meditation, or even just after the meditation, the pain would go. And the heaviness there in the body. She could feel after the second or third day of her meditation, started feeling a lot of heaviness all around the body. So these are all okay. Okay. So meditation sometimes make you feel very light and empty. Sometimes it can also make you feel very heavy. That is also another way, another symptom that is seen in people who meditate. They're all okay. Okay, Ria. And the next thing is what she's saying is that the pain, as Anandita very well explained, that these are part of the meditation process because there are nadis in the body, right? And they, when we are meditating, the cosmic energy is getting inside the body. And they are, even for Bonoshri, I hope you are listening to it. Okay. Bonoshri also was sharing some pain. So this cosmic energy get into the body and they try to come up, they try to clear those channels. So when they are trying to clear those channels and clean those blocks, na, it gives a little bit of pain and it goes off. Okay. They're on and off happen. Bonoshri, how is your
আমার ব্যাক পেইন চলে গেছে তো।
yes, I told you just have some patience, it will go. Okay.
আমি হপোনোপোনো অলমোস্ট ডেইলি রেগুলারলি করছি। ইভেন আমি জানি না বাকিরা এরকম আমি ইউটিউবে অনেক দু একটা কিছু সার্চ করেছিলাম। তো আমি যখন হপোনোপোনো স্টার্ট করি, দেন আমি আজকের মেডিটেশন বা আজকের এই 1 ঘন্টা আমি আমার 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 হেলথকে আমি ডেডিকেট করি। So আমি স্টার্ট লাইক দ্যাট, ডিয়ার হেলথ, I'm sorry. So I start like that way.
Yeah. See, she is sharing an experience also. She had a backache, and anyways, it would have gone, but she does Ho'oponopono that we did, and she first starts with her that dear, body. I am praying for my good health, and then she starts her Ho'oponopono, and it's gone. She said her backache is gone completely. Okay. So even for Fuldi, she's going through some physiotherapy. Please meditate, and she regularly joins as well. So if you continue meditating, all these. Also, friends, if you have any pain, sometimes the pain wants to tell us something. Okay. Sometimes it wants to tell us something. So then there is something called body dialogue. Maybe once in a week, once we will do the body dialogue. So how to speak to the body. Ask the body that why are you giving me the pain, and the body answers. Okay, that also we can do when the pain is intense and it is not going. That means it is trying to teach us some lesson before it wants to go away. So then we need to ask the body, what is the problem? So friends, we are already running. Thank you so much. So we were looking for an experience. We got it from Bonoshri experience. Thank you so much, Bonoshri, for your experience. Okay.
Thank you so much to you.
You are welcome. So, Momita, shall we start with the meditation? Or you want to share anything? Is she there? Otherwise, we'll start with meditation, okay?
Yeah, did you call me out?
Yeah, so Momita, should we start with the meditation? Are we missing
Yeah,
something?
sure.
Or we can
Sure,
start
sure.
with meditation, right? Okay.
No, let us go ahead with the meditation.
Okay. We'll do a quick 10 minutes meditation. 10 to 15 minutes of meditation. Today we will make an intent to accept this second agreement, one of the most important agreement, that from today I will not take anything personally. Even in the thoughts in my mind, I will think hundreds of times before I figure it out and decide. Okay. Breathe out. As you breathe in and out through your heart, open your heart with elevated emotions. Feel the emotion of love today. And how does love make you feel? First, feel it in your heart and let this love spread to all around in your body. Keep breathing in and out through your heart. Let this love feel like a sun in your heart, shining in your heart as you're breathing in and out. Let this sun now, the love, spread to every single cell of your body. Let the sun shine See how when the love shines, there is no place for fear. When love shines, there is no place for hate, jealousy, anger. When you are filled with love, you will only spill out love and nothing else. Let this love spread and shine in your whole body. Now let this love spread out to everybody around you. Keep breathing in and out through your heart, and at the same time spread the love to everyone around you. And see how when others are filled with love, they can only give you love. See everyone filled with love around you as well. See how when there is love, there is no place for any other fear or emotions which are coming out of fear. With this understanding that you cannot take anything personally. How others behave is their problem. How you behave is yours. If anybody tells you fat, even if it is, yes, you are fat, still understand you cannot take it personally, as I gave you the beautiful example where there are many countries where people find fat people beautiful. And there are countries where they find thin people beautiful. So this is also a belief system. You cannot take even that person's belief system of being fat, ugly as yours. You cannot even take this personally. Anything anybody says, does, or feels is according to his agreement, his belief system. It has nothing to you. Try to realize this in this deep meditation. Keep intenting in this meditation that from now onwards you will grasp this concept and make your life more beautiful. Relieve yourself from the incessant hell that you create for yourself by taking things personally. Make an intent. You cannot even take your thoughts personally. They are also your mind movie that you have created from your belief system. So release your thoughts, surrender your thoughts, understanding that you cannot even take your thoughts personally. They might also come from gods or people or entities from other dimensions. How can you take it personally? You cannot even take it personally. Release the need to take it personally, your thoughts as well. Release it in the emptiness. Release all these things in the emptiness. If someone lies to you, you cannot even take it personally. Because the poor fellow doesn't even know what is truth. He or she is lying to himself. Or he or she is trying to protect himself. Release the need to take things personally when someone lies. Release it in the emptiness. When someone leaves you, hurts you, disrespects you, and then leaves you, you cannot even take it personally. Because the person is saving you from years of pain. This was also for some reason, so that you can relieve yourself from pain and make your own choices. Decide for yourself. So you can also release the need to take this personally as well. When someone says, I love you, you are an angel, don't even take that personally. Only give the love that you give to your inner child. Others are just mitote, as the shamanism says. Mitote in Hinduism means, in Sanskrit means Maya. Don't even take that personally. When we do not take even praises personally and criticism personally, we do not keep going up and down based on what the person has to say. We are stable and we are balanced. With this intent that from today, I will imbibe this agreement. Take this agreement. From childhood, you have made so many wrong agreements, which has made your life hell. But today you make this agreement, the second agreement, which is, I will not take things personally. This will fill your heart with more love because you no longer fear rejection. You no longer fear misunderstanding. You only give love. You feel like giving love. As you are not waiting for the other person to react. This also makes you say no at times when it is time for you to say no. As it no longer fills you with guilt or shame, with what will the other person think if I say no? because you know that whatever the person thinks is that person's problem. It has nothing to do with you. Release this understanding and the agreement to this emptiness, and let this emptiness, let the divine rule from today with this agreement in your life, so that your life becomes a living heaven instead of a living hell. Feel the heaven in your heart. Feel this love and heaven in your heart when you have released this burden to take things personally. Feel the love, heaven, and gratitude in your heart. With this gratitude and love, whenever you are ready, you can slowly come back to the here and now. Thank you very much, everybody. If anybody has anything to share, an impression, or how is how this has changed their perspective of looking at life, you can share in one line. Anybody wants to share?
Ma'am, I
Otherwise,
want to share something.
yes, Ruchi, yes.
Yeah, just a second, ma'am. I'll move into another room.
Your
Yeah,
voice
I
is
wanted to
cracking,
share.
Ruchi.
Yeah, I'm moving into another room.
Okay.
Ma'am, I wanted to share. Actually, this class was very much needed by me. I have two friends, and it's a 20-year-old friendship of ours. One of my friend, we are three ones twins, two girls are there. One is elder to us by 10 years, and another one's a guy who's boy. But we did our college, means not, I cannot say college, but like we did French course together with three of us. So we were very friends, very close friends. We used to share everything with each other day in, day out. But then after we got into our personal, the other one, the elder one was 10 years elder to us, and she was already married. We both were not married, and we both were of same age. But uh, like uh, when we got married, and then the boy, he got shifted, and he was like a little bit reserved kind of person, but he didn't stay in touch that much. But we two were always in touch, and we were very close friends, and I always called her my elder sister. We had a very, 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 very deep connection. And even the boy had, but he had some, I don't know, but we were not that close, but we were good friends. That. But then he got married, and he because of his some personal problems and something, he got divorced in 6 months only. And during that time, I couldn't understand because we were too young. So not, I would not say that too young. We were in 30s, but I couldn't understand that the girl, her name is Prajakta. She was very much dominating in our friendship. She used to impose her thoughts on both of us. So we had developed a kind of thinking, as she used to tell us, like her marriage was an abusive marriage. I don't know how much it is true, but she used to always say, and even I have a bad marriage. I'll not say that bad, but it's a bad marriage. So, but I kept up because I I want my daughter should not get affected with all these things. So I coped up with it. But this guy, he is also a Bengali. He quitted his marriage in 6 months, but I could see that she and Prajakta had a soft corner for him. So she always used to brainwash him that your wife is not good person, like this, like that. And she also made me believe that the girl is not suitable for him. And after marriage, and see, I believe that everyone has negative and positive points, but she always highlighted the negative ones. And then after months of marriage, they got divorced, and then that boy, he has to go through a lot of things. So we were very supportive towards him. Till now, we were very supportive, but now suddenly within 2-3 years, he has changed completely, and they both went against me. They used so much of abusive language towards me. I completely, I couldn't believe that after 20 years of friendship, such a deep connection, we had shared our lives, and now they are saying so much bad to me. They even blocked me. They insulted me like anything, and I couldn't come out. I had two sleepless nights. See, how can my friendship break like this? Because I always cared for them. I always did anything. They used to make fun of me because I was tomboy, and I accepted everything. कि चलो friends है तो मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं, कोई बात नहीं. कुछ भी बोल रहे हैं तो चलो कोई बात नहीं. एंड फाइनेंशियली भी उन दोनों से मैं वीक थी, तो भी मेरा मजाक नहीं उड़ाते थे, बट ऐसा फील कराते थे कि फाइनेंशियली वीक हो तो. बट मैं हमेशा हर चीज को एक्सेप्ट करती रही. बट अब उन लोगों ने मतलब इतना बुरा मेरे साथ बिहेवियर किया, इतना, स्पेशली वो लड़के को, क्या उसने उसके दिमाग में वो लड़की ने डाला, प्राजक्ता ने, कि वो इतना बुरा मेरे साथ उसने बिहेवियर किया, क्योंकि मैंने कुछ ऐसा नहीं किया था. मैं तो हमेशा केयर करती थी, ख्याल रखती थी कि कोई इनको
One
तकलीफ तो
second,
नहीं
yeah.
है.
One second, yeah. Others who want to leave can leave, or if you want to hear experiences, they are very good. I might also give some guidances after she shares. If you want to hear, otherwise, if you want to leave, you can leave if you are running short of time. Yeah, I'll be here to hear others' questions, because the questions solving one person's question can really help so many people, or even experiences can help so many people. So I will be there, but from my side, the class is over. Okay, whoever wants to go can go, but I will be here to hear others' questions and experiences. Bye bye for others who are leaving. Yes.
तो आज की क्लास मेरे लिए इसीलिए मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा आज की. मतलब आई वाज स्ट्रगलिंग इनसाइड समवेयर की, एंड आई वाज थिंकिंग आल्सो कि आफ्टर क्लास आई विल मैसेज यू पर्सनली कि मैम सीरियसली आज की क्लास मुझे बहुत, मतलब आई वाज, रोज मैं यही सोच रही थी कि ऐसा तो क्या हो गया हमारी फ्रेंडशिप में, क्यों इतना बिगड़ गया, व्हाई दे बोथ वेंट अगेंस्ट मी, और इतना खराब. लेकिन उन लोगों ने मुझे धमकी तक दी कि हम तुम्हारे. मैंने कहा ठीक है, मैंने ऐसा कुछ गलत नहीं किया है, तुम मेरे घर पे बोल दोगे तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. मेरे घर पे तो सबको सब कुछ मालूम है. लाइक, और इतना खराब बिहेवियर जो मैंने मतलब ड्रीम में भी नहीं सोचा था.
Okay, so now again, again, not going into the story, understanding today that we will not take things personally, okay? Because बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. मेरे साथ जो हुआ ना, मैं डिप्रेशन में चली गई थी. मेरे साथ इतना गंदा हुआ था जो मेरे फ्रेंड सर्कल ने किया था. I had to take tablets at that time for depression. I went into such severe depression. Okay, but I came out of the learning, रुचि, के दो
मुझे भी
चीज.
हार्ट अटैक आ गया था. मतलब इतना बैड बोले थे वो लोग कि इतना खराब बोलने के बाद दे ब्लॉक मी. तो आई वाज, जैसे आप बोले ना सेशन के टाइम पे कि कोई ऐसा बोलता है, जैसे यू फील समबडी इज टेलिंग यू कमिट सुसाइड. आई वाज एट दैट स्टेज कि आई थिंक आई शुड कमिट सुसाइड, because they were best of the best friends, and
I
still
understand. I
argue.
also went through the same thing. I felt like, I don't want to, it was so suffocating because I only had that group of friends. मेरे और कोई दोस्त नहीं थे, वही सारे थे. And बहुत गंदे से मेरा वो ब्रेकअप हुआ. And it was also, another thing is that the breakup happened for a reason, because I was protesting for some gossip. ओके मैंने बोला कि ये अच्छा नहीं, आप लोग गॉसिप मत करो किसी के बारे में, जो हमारे ग्रुप के यही कोच थे. और all the people, gossip is like, in the last class I spoke about gossip. It's like, it's a way, आजकल के दिनों में gossip, आजकल का नहीं, बहुत दिनों से ही ना, gossip has become a way of bonding with each other. ओके, गॉसिप में ना बॉन्डिंग हो जाता है, तो लोगों को लगता है कि कि इसके अलावा तो कोई बॉन्डिंग ही नहीं हो सकता है, नहीं तो बात क्या करेंगे, बिकॉज ओनली व्हेन यू आर वाइज यू कैन टॉक ग्रेट थिंग्स. अदरवाइज ज्यादातर लोग ही तो दे आर नॉट दैट वाइज, तो उनको लगता है कि कुछ बात नहीं है तो किसी को पिकअप कर लेते हैं. सो आई स्पोक And I was also like, if you know, from the age of 18, I'm into spirituality. So I was really feeling very suffocated when this gossip happened. One thing that happens, Ruchi, and for everybody, you should understand, friends, this will also happen to you. When you are in the field of spirituality, what happens is, okay, naturally, sometimes people will fight with you and they will fall off. Okay. And it is a blessing for you, because I know Ruchi is also into spirituality since many years. Okay. She's, though she's learning meditation new, but she's into Hare Krishna mantra chanting since many years. So that also gives a lot of power and lot of transformation. So for people who are in the field of spirituality, slowly, hamara na baggage, we have to go high, right? We have to fly high. We are aiming for enlightenment, free of bondage, you know. कुंभ मेला में सब लोग क्यों जा रहे हैं? बिकॉज हम लोग बॉन्डेज से फ्री होना चाहते हैं करके सब जा रहे हैं। वो बॉन्डेज से फ्री कब होंगे? जब हम ये सब बैगेजेस एक के बाद एक, स्पेशली दैट दोज बैगेजेस वी डो विच डोंट सर्व अस। ऐसा भी हो सकता है फ्रेंड्स, दैट क्लोजेस्ट ऑफ द क्लोजेस्ट फ्रेंड्स, आपके बहुत पुराने दोस्त, अचानक से कुछ हुआ और वो आपके जीवन से निकल गए। you should be feeling very grateful, because उनका फ्रीक्वेंसी अभी आपके साथ मैच नहीं करता है, इसीलिए वो they drop off on their own, because our frequency is increasing, right? Our vibrations are becoming more elevated day by day. So हमारा बहुत जगह होगा कि हम पुराने दोस्तों से भी हमारा नए दोस्त बनेंगे। ऐसा नहीं कि बनेंगे नहीं, नए अच्छे वाले दोस्त बनेंगे। You know, as for example, when I went to Denmark, I made these amazing friends in Denmark. All these people of BCAS, they are so spiritual, so, you know, they are so good. And I felt that, okay, you know, somewhere, though मुझे कभी भी बहुत ज्यादा निकलना अच्छा नहीं लगता है, but I felt that, you know, at least, you know, these people, their vibrations are quite good, and I really liked. तो अभी मुझे जब भी जाना होता है, लाइक यू नो, मैं नेचुरली मेरा ऐसा होता है कि मेरा ओनली हाई वाइब्रेशन लोगों से ही मैच करता है, वरना नहीं मैच करता है, नहीं तो निकल जाते वो मेरे जीवन से। ओके, थैंक यू सो मच रुचि फॉर योर एक्सपीरियंस, it really helped others, and this is what I'm telling you, and so that you don't get upset when a friend leaves you. It is natural, ये होगा।
No, it was really painful. I can still feel the pain. But आज की class was so, मतलब मुझे बहुत helpful हुआ, and I'll practice what you said, ma'am.
Yes, please do and believe. Okay, and Ria, you want তোমার কিছু question ছিল?
কোয়েশ্চেন না, আমার হচ্ছে রুচিদির সাথে অনেক কিছু মিলে গিয়েছে, তো ওই জন্য আমি হাত তুলেছিলাম আর কি। হ্যাঁ,
Okay.
তো রুচিদিকে আমি জাস্ট একটু বলতে চাইবো যে যে আমার মানে বললাম না, আমি 2 বছর ধরে দিদিকে তো আমি বলেছিলাম যে আমি অনেক ট্রমাটাইজড ছিলাম, ট্রমার মধ্যে গেছে। আমারও সেম কাহিনী দিদির মতো, লাইক আমার ফ্রেন্ড, ওর সাথে হচ্ছে আমার লাইক অনেক ভালো একটা বন্ডিং ছিল, বাট কিছু মিসআন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং এর কারণে আমার ফ্রেন্ডশিপটা ভেঙে গেছে আমার ফ্রেন্ডের সাথে। তো এটা নিয়ে আমি প্রায় বললাম তো দিদিকে, ভাই 2 বছরের মতো ডিপ্রেশন বলো, অ্যাংজাইটি বলো, প্যানিক অ্যাটাক বলো, মানে আরো অনেক কিছু ছিল, বাট ওইটা মেইন রিজন ছিল আর কি।
সো এটাও তুমি বুঝতে পেরেছো রিয়া, যে এটাকেও তুমি পার্সোনালি নিতে পারবে না।
হ্যাঁ দিদি, তো রুচিদিকে এটাই বলবো যে মানে আমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স থেকে যে ফ্রেন্ডরা, সব ফ্রেন্ড থাকবে না, কিছু চলে যাবে আর কিছু থাকবে, আর যারা চলে গেছে ওদেরকে আমাদের আসলে গুড বাই দেওয়া উচিত।
Did you
কারণ
understand,
আমি আমার
Ruchi?
2
She
বছর
also had the
থেকে
same
বুঝলাম।
problem. Okay,
Yes.
you
Yeah, I
can
understood.
understand Bangla?
আমার মা বাংলা আছে, তো আমি বাংলা ভালো করে
আচ্ছা, তাহলে তো আমার
ভালো করে বলতে পারি না, কিন্তু বুঝি ভালো করে।
Okay.
মানে বাংলা বলতে পারি না।
Okay. Yeah. So this is going to happen. People will fall off. And another thing that Momita said, you know, because in the tumra join koroni, I really train my friends, all of them, all of you who join, to really meditate at night. At night, especially when you are going to sleep, I tell them that even in meditation you should follow the practice of detachment. You know, when she started, she said, right, that detachment is the policy. कि है तो अच्छा, नहीं है तो भी अच्छा. Okay, especially otherwise, you know, we will always suffer. कभी भी
Yes, ma'am.
like attachment ऐसा रखो, middle way में रखो कि वो अगर मेरे सामने है तो है, नहीं है तो नहीं है।
Right,
এটা
ma'am.
দিদি খুব একটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ জিনিস, কারণ আমি 2 বছর অনেক কষ্ট পাইছিলাম এটা নিয়ে, যে আমার ফ্রেন্ড কিভাবে আমার সাথে এরকম করতে পারছে। আমি
হ্যাঁ
still
সত্যি
এখন
কথা
আমার মন
actually,
খারাপ
হ্যাঁ,
লাগে যে আমি হ্যাপি থাকলেও বলি যে আমি হ্যাপি আছি, বাট হ্যাপি প্লেসে থাকলেও আমার থেকে খারাপ লাগে, বাট স্টিল
হ্যাঁ
চলতে হচ্ছে, কিছু করার নেই। আচ্ছা দিদি,
হ্যাঁ
আমার আরেকটা জিনিস জানার ছিল,
হুম
লাইক আমার ফ্রেন্ড আমার দেশে নাই, ও হচ্ছে যে বাইরে চলে গেছে।
ওকে
এখন আমার কি উচিত যে ওর ফ্যামিলি মানে ওর মা বাবার সাথে দেখা করতে যাওয়া, লাইক ওদের তো এখন কেউ নাই। আমি মাঝে মাঝে চিন্তা করি যে ওদের সাথে কি দেখা করব, আবার মনে হয় যে না, ও আমার সাথে খারাপ করছে, আমি কেন যাব। ওইটা নিয়ে অনেক চিন্তায় থাকি
ওই
আর
যে
কি।
যখন তুমি you will love unconditionally irrespective of whether the person rejects you, ridicules you. If you feel like heart যদি বলে রিয়া, বুঝলে, it is the heart that is important. যদি মনে হয় এখনো the trauma is there, then do it. But if you feel that you know you are free from the trauma, as for example those friends na, my husband still has the trauma. Okay, my husband says I'm never going to meet them, I never want to meet them because it happened with 1 second Ruchi, I will yeah, we will. So I never want to meet them, so I tell my husband that see, I am okay with it. I no longer have whether I no longer remember what they did to me. And now, especially after all these learnings and understanding, I mean, I have understood that it, you know, they are also when you understand that they are also behaving from their own pattern. They are behaving from their own past life karma behavior, their own all these agreements that they have created. So then I will not take anything personally. You know, you will see that there are two friends of same feathers flock together, so they have the frequency of gossiping, so I cannot help here, you know, and I cannot even judge them. I'm nobody to even judge them. Here I will not even judge them. You don't even know. People who have pain na, they only want to give pain to others. Do you know people who gossip, they are so much in pain in their life, that's why they want to gossip. They want to throw it on others. So when you, instead of looking at them as bad people, when you look at them as compassion, you will, তখন না তোমার অ্যাঙ্গেলটা চেঞ্জ হয়ে যাবে রিয়া, তখন মনে হবে যে ঠিক আছে, ও করেছে কি কি করার আছে, ও ওর নিজের বিহেভিয়ার দিয়ে করেছে, আমি আমার তরফ থেকে ভালোবাসা দেব। ওকে রিয়া, সো ইউ ডিসাইড
জি
ফর
দিদি।
ইয়োরসেলফ। হুম, যাও না, তুমি দেখবে হয়তো রিলেশনটা চেঞ্জই হয়ে গেল, বা এটাও হতে পারে যে বিকজ তোমার ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি চেঞ্জ হচ্ছে বিকজ অফ মেডিটেশন, অ্যান্ড শি নো লঙ্গার ম্যাচেস, ইফ শি স্টিল ম্যাচেস ইয়োর ফ্রিকোয়েন্সি আর ইট হ্যাড টু জাস্ট ডু উইথ কনফিউশন, হয়তো রিলেশন ঠিকও হতে পারে, কিন্তু ডোন্ট গো উইথ দ্য হোপ দ্যাট রিলেশন ঠিক হবে। ডিট্যাচমেন্ট, মৌমিতা যে ফার্স্ট লাইনটা বলেছে, আমি এটাই সবাইকে ট্রেন করি। At night when you go to sleep, I train them that, you know, universe, detach me from everything. I'm releasing all my attachments to my husband, to my kid, to my friends, my attachment to money, my attachment, you know, desire is the root cause of all suffering, all kinds of desires. Okay, it doesn't mean we will not have desire, but extreme desire. There is something called, I wish I had a Ferrari, and there is something called, I need this Ferrari, I will do anything to get that Ferrari. So that we release at night, that release me from this even the attachment to why did they do this, why did these friends do this to me. No, I even release the attachment to get love from them, to get accepted from them. I don't no longer expect anything from them. Help me release even the attachment where I have this attachment to expect their recognition, their love back, their respect back. No, I don't even need that. Let it go.
আমি দিদি এখন আর অ্যাটাচমেন্ট চাই না, কারণ 2 বছরে আমি মোটামুটি এখন হিলিং প্রসেসে চলে আসছি, মানে আমার
হ্যাঁ
লাগবে
তাহলে,
না এখন।
হ্যাঁ
অ্যাটাচ
তাহলে,
হয়ে গেলে আরো সমস্যা।
নিজে নিজে ঘাও দিতে যেও না, আর একটু টাইম, বিকজ মাত্র মেডিটেশন আরম্ভ করেছো তো, তুমি এখনো
জি
তো
দিদি।
পুরো পোক্ত হওনি, নিজে নিজে গিয়ে আগুনে ঘিয়ে ঘাও দিতে যেও না, গিয়ে হয়তো অনেক কিছু মনে পড়ে যাবে, আরো কষ্ট পাবে, তো ডোন্ট ডু ইট। অ্যাটলিস্ট
থ্যাংক ইউ
আপাতত
দিদি।
6 মাস পরে যাও, 3 মাস পরে যাও মেডিটেশন পুরো স্ট্রং হয়ে, Yes,
जी दीदी
Meenakshi, because you are an old, she is an old veteran. So I will come back to you at the end because Ruchi
Okay.
has joined for the first time. Let me hear from her. Yes, Ruchi.
সরি ম্যাম টু ইন্টারাপ্ট যেমনি বাংলাতে বলবো না তো ভালো পারি না এর জন্য रिया दीदी ने जैसे बोला कि उनके जो फ्रेंड है वो यहाँ पे नहीं है तो उनके पेरेंट्स तो सेम इज माय केस कि मैंने